everybody. That was a bit abrupt. This is ChrisDash. Hello, engineers and tinkerers. Welcome to Death Metal Kyle's channel. Once again, during the awakening. Hashtag the awakening. So I am filling in this morning for Death Metal Kyle. I am by no means a substitute. He has some incredible shoes / gear to fill. In fact, do you know what? If you are on Death Metal Kyle's channel right now, just scroll down a little bit. Stop watching the Don't Dash Off Quite Yet video. Just scroll down a little bit and look at the gear that this guy has. Look at the gear that Death Metal Kyle has to craft the incredible music that he creates. I hadn't looked at it before, and I scrolled down and I'm like, holy cow. That is some incredible gear. He's definitely invested heavily in himself, in the music, in the equipment that he needs to produce the incredible music that he does. It's a ton of talent that he brings to the table, and clearly also some incredible tools. So if you have not, at this point, checked out any of his music, you really need to be doing so. And you could do that at dmk.rocks. You can also, of course, find his band, I the Betrayer. And I believe there's another one called Blood Fist. So do me a favor. Go out there right now, find those things, and check him out. I could tell you 100%, with 100% certainty, that I the Betrayer's first album is 100% worth every penny of the purchase price, because I've listened to this. And let me tell you, I am not an anti-metal music person in any stretch of the imagination, but it's something that I only have like a small sliver of my music library is metal. And what I the Betrayer does as a band is absolutely amazing, and some of the messages that they bring across in the music, some of the ways they use both the music and the lyrics in combination to really touch on some very human issues, it is amazing and astounding, and not something that, to be honest, I expected in the best of ways. Like it was beyond what I could have imagined for the album. So if you have not purchased I the Betrayer's album, it supports Death Metal Kyle. It supports, I believe, Cafe Noir, and it's a good deal. It's just an incredible sound. So that being said, we are going to be doing some Starbound today. So the past few times that I've been streaming for Death Metal Kyle, I've been dying in Dark Souls 3. And now we're going to die some more in Starbound, which is pretty much the Dark Souls of the crafting game world. That's the way I feel about it at this point. Yeah, I said it. You know what? Like, I could totally see this music being sped up. Like, maybe just the intro part. I could see the music being sped up, and you could turn it into a metal song. I can definitely see that. Anyway, let me go to start game. So I am in survival mode right now. And I believe, if I look at my calendar, this is my next to last Starbound stream. So next weekend will be my last Starbound stream, and then we're going to move on to another endless game for endless weekends. I can't say that I am upset by that. because I am I will say that unfortunately Starbound is not particularly a game that I do well in. Although I have heard that, like Dark Souls, it does have quite a learning curve to it. And so I shouldn't be frustrated. But I think for next month's Endless Weekend game, I might be doing Slay the Spire, which is a game that's in early access. But it's a game that is a roguelike and is it's endless because once you beat it, you don't really beat it. Once you beat it, it's still once you beat it, it still needs it starts over again. It's all procedurally generated, so basically you never actually beat the game. There's no beating it because all it is it just keeps going over and over again, which is cool. And it's slightly turn-based. So I think we're going to do Slay the Spire, and I blame, not in a bad way, but not in a bad way at all, but so my friend Dr. J at work, Dr. J recommends some of the best games ever. And Dr. J, who is not actually a doctor, I just call him that for reasons of anonymity. And there's backstory to that. But Dr. J, he, whoa, crud. Yeah, I'm not going down there. So, Dr. J is, first of all, great at recommending games. But secondly, not only is he great at recommending games, but he basically gave me Dark Souls 3, which was pretty cool. He had a spare key for Dark Souls 3 and basically said, yeah, you can have it. And without him, I would not be streaming right now because the Elgato device that powers my stream was something that he had purchased and had in his possession. But he was not streaming, and he had tried it out once and didn't end up using it. And I had told him, because I was using a single computer for all of my streaming and my gameplay, and I ran into that inevitable processing buffer, you know, where your processor cannot handle streaming and computing at the same time. When I hit that, I was like, oh, crud, I've got to buy this Elgato device, and it's going to cost me like $160 to $180, depending on which version I get. And he goes, wait, are you talking about the HD60? I'm like, well, I mean, any of them, really. I mean, any Elgato device, it's, you know, it would be useful. And he said, oh, well, I have one of those. Do you want to try it out for a month? I'm like, what? Okay, cool. And so, thank you, Laura. Thank you, Infernal Laura. If you haven't subscribed to Infernal Laura's, or not subscribed, sorry. Well, if you want to subscribe to Infernal Laura's channel, you could definitely do so. She'd be very happy about that. But definitely go and at least follow Infernal Laura, because she is extremely entertaining. And her stream, I can assure you, is very warm. It's constantly warm, constantly enjoyable. So, nice and toasty. But yeah, my buddy at work, Dr. J, without him, I could not be streaming right now because I would not have the Elgato capture device. I would not have any of the... I wouldn't have Dark Souls 3. And he's the one that recommended Slay the Spire. So I trust him. You know, I trust him quite a bit when it comes to gaming, because he tends to like a lot of the same types of games that I do. But yeah, you all need to be following Infernal Laura, because she will definitely keep you warm. Luna Sanguine as well. You should be following her. Thank you for lurking, Infernal. I almost called you Internal Laura. I'm like, that's not good. But Luna, it is good to see you again. Let me just check something really quick. Very, very quick lack. I'm checking something. Let me look. So for those of you that may be curious, later today, who we have on the roster for streaming. Let me go. So we are in week 2 or 3 of the Awakening. And so Lady Asabat will be streaming from 7 to 10 p.m. UTC later on today. There's nobody else on here for today. So if Mini Dash and I happen to be streaming some Minecraft Mayhem later and nobody's on this channel, we may be back on, or somebody else, some other entertaining and deserving streamer may be on here. And then after that, I know I won't be back until Monday, and there's nobody else that appears to be on the stream schedule for tomorrow, so just letting you know. But we have several great streamers lined up throughout next week to help keep the light of Death Metal Kyle, or maybe it's the dark of Death Metal Kyle's channel, alive and well. We might not be able to make the same music that he can, but you know what? We can live his music in our souls. Live the metal life. Right now, or previously, I don't know if literally right now, the Death Metal Kyle metal life is sitting on a beach drinking margaritas or something. It might be. It might be. Which, hey, you know what? If you think about jellyfish for a minute. Jellyfish are a metal as heck creature. It looks so unassuming. You know, it's just like this weird creature that everybody takes for granted. It's got those tentacles. I mean, that's got a whole, you know, Lovecraftian thing going on. And if you happen to brush up next to one of them, it will sting you like nobody's business. And the best part is, it doesn't even know it's doing it, because it's an automated response. It's triggered by certain cells in its tentacles. So it's not like it's like sitting there being like, yeah, I'm going to sting you like a bee is. Like a bee is just like, yeah, I'm going to fly over and I have to come over and sting you because I'm ticked off at you. Jellyfish, nah, I'm just floating here, man. And you know what? You touched me. It's just an automated response, man. I'm going to sting you. I mean, come on. How metal is that? It's a creature that doesn't even care that it's stinging you. I mean, yeah, there's less anger involved. I mean, I guess you could say a wasp would be more of an angry metal type of creature, you know, because wasps get ticked off at everything. But not all metal is angry. Sometimes metal can be laid back a little bit and just brutal. Brutal jellyfish. Brutal jellyfish. That could be a band name right there. Brutal jellyfish. Is that a band that any of you would listen to? If you came across a band called Brutal Jellyfish, I mean, seriously. What makes a jellyfish brutal? You ever get stung by one? I haven't. I think my sister did in the past. There are days here at the beaches in my state, and I use the term beaches loosely because all of our waves get blocked by, incidentally, an island called Block Island, or Long Island, So we do not actually get like top tier waves in the state in which I reside. Unlike the state where Monocle resides, where it's like top tier waves all the time. Top tier Monocle waves. I wonder if he's been using that wave generator of his lately. You know, the wave generator that he can use to generate a tsunami. It's been a while since, you know, we've had an epic tsunami, you know, from Monocle in order to help take over the world. I think that's missing. I think that we have not seen enough Doomsday activity lately. But we have been seeing plenty of streaming activity. I'm glad that Monocle is doing well and feeling better enough, if that's even proper English, to be able to stream. I can't see what's up there. Oh, there's some kind of light. I'm just traveling underground because it seems like it's a good idea, but I'm also running out of torches. I'm traveling underground because it's safer down here. For the most part, when you're crafting in random areas, there are other missions I could be doing. So, Luna, what have you been playing lately? If you're still around, or if you have to lurk, that's fine. I'm not trying to call you out, I promise. It's just that you did talk in the chat, so it's free game. Once you have made yourself known in the chat, it's free game. It's on. What have you been playing? You got any good plans for the weekend? The weekend inning, as I'm money. I have lots of vines in here. That's actually really good. I gotta make some first aid stuff. Mainly Dark Souls Remastered. Ooh, yes. Well, as you may or may not know, I'm not sure if you were... Oh, yay, I'm gonna die of starvation. That's okay. I'm fine with dying of starvation. Ooh, dinner. Dinner is good. I hope you enjoy that. In the meantime, though, I will say that, yeah, I am having my own Dark Souls adventure right now. I never played any of the Dark Souls games, and until recently. And I will say that Dark Souls 3, which is what I'm playing right now, is probably one of the most difficult games I've ever played, but in the best of ways. Oh, she has a new baby. That's awesome. Babies are awesome. They're exhausting creatures in the best of ways, though. Like, anybody that is like, oh yeah, I had a baby and it totally wasn't worth it, probably a problem. Uh-oh. That's not a good sound. No, no, where's my sword? I died. Yes, indeed. Have a lovely dinner. Well, and I will say that babies are one of those things where when you have them, when you have a baby in your life, you do whatever is necessary. And I'll tell you, like, when you have a baby in your life, if it's your first baby, you do not feel, quote-unquote, like a mom or a dad. You don't feel like a parent. And it's like, well, I didn't feel like a parent until my son was about 3. And I can remember vividly... I can vividly remember the moment that all of a sudden I went from, okay, I'm taking care of this child that, this creature that has come into my life, that doesn't seem to really be doing all that much and just kind of is laying around, to feeling like a parent. And that moment was, there was one night, Mrs. Dash and I were lying awake in bed. We couldn't sleep. And we created an entire fake episode of Go Diego Go in our minds together. Oh, thank you, Luna. Yes. But yeah, so when you can create an episode of Go Diego Go and hold to the plot structure of it, and you're getting you're finding amusement in making fun of that kid show, yeah, you're a parent at that point. So that's what it was like for us. And yeah, we've never turned back though. We really enjoy having Mini Dash in our life. He is now 9. So, and Mini Dash plays with me at times. He plays with me. We do Minecraft Mayhem together. Luna, I will say this. I have a friend at work who's been giving me some beginner pointer tips. But, yeah, if you're watching me, if you happen to be in my stream, any tips definitely are appreciated. I'm not somebody that's going to go and, that I'm not going to watch, like, walkthroughs because I don't want to spoil the game too much for myself. But at the same time, like, I did look for things like beginner tips. Alright, I'm going to heal. So, like, what weapons are best for beginners and things like that. So I did look up some of that type of stuff because I'm completely blind. I haven't even gotten past the first boss yet. I have, though, improved. So most people would get exceedingly frustrated with Dark Souls. It's like, oh, well, you know, I'm dying and I keep dying over and over again. But what I find is that each time that I die, I learn. So I'm starting to learn, like, you know, I might not have beaten the boss yet, but I get to the point where, like, at least 70% of the time I get him into his second form. And that's when things turn pear-shaped. Or not pear-shaped, but they go upside down. Everything goes bottoms up. So when he turns into that eel creature, that's when things go sour for me, and go south. But, I mean, at least I'm making it that far now. It used to be I didn't even make it that far. And then somebody made a recommendation to me, and I was like, what? Like, I didn't even think about it. Why don't you just skip past all those guards? Like, why are you fighting all the guards all the way through to him? Yeah, Luna, I've tried that. The problem is I can't get the timing right yet. Like, that is the end game, is you want to try to get the critical hit, which then, you know, makes it a lot faster and easier to take them out. The problem is that I have not. I can pull it off sometimes with the general, like, skeleton guard type of people, but I have yet to be able to pull that off with the boss, and I don't know why. I don't know why, but, you know, hey, it's a timing game. One of the guys watching the stream the other day was like, man, I can hear the button spamming, and I'm thinking to myself, yeah, I'm button spamming because I've never played this game. You know, I'm not blaming the game. I'm saying I've never played this game. And because I've never played the game, I haven't figured out quite how the timing of all the moves work yet. And so, yeah, eventually I'm going to take the minimalist approach of... I'm going to take the way minimalist approach of... ooh, food. There's a carrot. I can eat carrots. But, yeah, I have to learn to parry better. But yeah, there's, basically, I hit the button too many times because I haven't figured out the timing on all of the on the move so that I can learn to only press the button when the move can actually be used. Hi there. Who are you? How do you do? I do, but like, why do you have a monster in your basement? Like, I don't understand. Why would you have a monster down here? Do they fertilize stuff for you? Like, I don't understand. Actually, I'm gonna stay here with you tonight. That's okay. It's nighttime. I don't want to go out there in the nighttime. That's where the crazy bats come out. Also, your bombs, use them wisely. Once they are gone, they are gone. Yeah. Yeah, so parrying, meaning like using your sword to like hit back at the same time, or parrying as in using your shield to kind of like push him back. So Laura's asking me, you could practice parrying. Gundyr is putty when he's parried. It's just a matter of timing. It's really weird in that his timing, like, you think you get it down because it's like, all right, there's one, like, whenever he does a giant move, the shield L2 attack. Okay, yeah, whenever he does a giant move, you can kind of see it coming. But then there is a difference in his pattern when he starts swinging around his sword after that. So there's like a single swing of the sword, and then there's like, yeah, yep, okay. It's the swiping animation. Yes, so the shield L2 attack. Yeah. What I'm saying is, though, that there's like, it's really weird. The timing of his attacks changes up every so often. So there's like either the giant sweeping motion, or there's the jump and like try to land on top of you with the sword motion. But then afterwards, it kind of changes up. Like, he goes in circles. Sometimes it's like 2 or 3 in a row. Sometimes it's only 1 or 2 in a row. And it's so trying to figure out, like, when does he get tired? When does he get exhausted? That's really what comes into play, because you need to use those break times to either heal or to go stabby stab on him. Stabbity stab! I stab you. So I still haven't quite figured out the timing in Dark Souls, but it's okay. Hi there. You have an exclamation mark now. Why? We're spying on some glitch thieves who were near a small ruined wall earlier in the week. I'm not sure, but I think they were talking about future crimes they plan. Could you look into it? Sure. Hello there. Oh, okay. So I have somebody to come with me. That's cool. When it gets light, we'll go out and find that wall. Oh gosh, they're coming to me? What is this? Are you serious? Like... no, I died. The best part is, I died in a place I've never been to before. And I'm going to have to hike all the way across the map to get there. Because I don't have any flags. That sucks. Wow, time flies. Or does it? It's only 6:30 here. Yeah, so Luna, I'm still working on it, you know. But I will figure out the timing on things sooner or later. But yeah, I have to learn how to parry. I also have to learn how to move cameras around and switch items, or not accidentally switch items in my inventory. There's a lot. A lot. There is a lot. A lot to do. Like a very lot to do. So... yeah, I mean, so here's the thing. I specifically... whoops, let me turn my speaky volume up here. I had to turn it down quickly so I could sneeze. This is the first time that I've held an Xbox controller in my hands in any way, shape, or form. in probably over 13 or 14 years. So, but I recognize the need to have a computer, or not a computer, to have a controller. And the reason I knew that I would need a controller is I just looked at the button mappings. I looked at the button mappings for the game on the keyboard, and I was like, this will kill me. I mean, I'm gonna die a lot anyway, but this button mapping will destroy me. And so I'm getting to learn the feel of the controller, but I'm also also trying to learn the game. Now, luckily, I did figure out the lock on things, and that's cool. That I figured out how to lock finally my camera onto enemies, which helps. But the revelation for me yesterday was, oh yeah, you can dash past all of the guard guys that you're fighting every step of the way so that you save health. I'm like, what? I can dash past them? And the people in the stream were like, what, you didn't think about that? And I'm like, no, I didn't think about that. Why would I think about that? Like, I don't just think, I'm going to beat the game by skipping over past guys. You know, I just think it's like, oh, well, you know, you're supposed to beat every baddie that there is in your path. Like, it's linear. You're supposed to be doing that. And then I discovered that's not necessarily the case. In fact, it's probably not the best bet to do that, because you could skip past them and have almost all of your health, if not all of your health, to fight. I didn't think about that, like, ever. So, I know, call me strange, but I never thought about that. Like, it just never dawned on me. I could skip bad guys. Like, call me crazy, but it didn't occur to me. And, like, people were, like, almost, like, offended. What do you mean that didn't occur to you? Well, it didn't occur to me because, I don't know, I'm just like, well, the game needs to be played in a linear fashion. You're supposed to get from point A to point B. Why would I skip past a part, you know? But I guess it's a more strategic thing to do. Which makes sense. I mean, you know, it definitely... I'm not saying it doesn't make sense. It makes perfect sense. Healy crafty thingies. Ooh, there's like fire raining from the sky. That's cool. I love the fact that the monkey creature looks kind of like a monkey whistles. I'm trying to avoid him though because he's super fast. He is super fast. I'm gonna have to kill him. Wait for it. Sneak attack! Sorry. I didn't want to have to kill you. But I had to. I had to kill you. I had to, okay? It had to be done. But yeah, I'm having an immensely fun time playing Dark Souls 3. I really am. Even if I die a lot, I'm perfectly fine with that because I learn something every time I die, or at least I get better over time as I die. No. No, that's not what I want to do. Thank you. That's more like it. Alright, very carefully drop down here. This is where I usually die, so... Okay, good. I made it. I've got to go kill those no-good ruffians. Hello, house. But first, I need to heal. I gotta go get my stuff. But yeah, Dark Souls 3 is an incredible game. And that's just based on my initial gameplay, not having gotten through the quote-unquote tutorial level. I made the mistake of going in the area. The first time I played, there's a section where there's a sign that says, do not proceed or do not go here. And then there's these, like, crystal creatures that... There's a giant crystal creature that shows up. And... yeah, that thing killed me pretty quickly. It's like if you go in the opposite direction you're supposed to go. So instead of heading towards the tower, you head back. There's a creature hiding back there that it tells you don't go forward, and I didn't listen because I thought it was like a fake warning. But I was like, oh yeah, it's just saying that because, you know, the game is trying to like tell you it's too hard. It's like, oh, it actually is too hard. Okay. Like, it's not just one of those false warnings. Yes, yes, Queen. I am not Death Metal Kyle. I am subbing in for him during the awakening while he's on a much-deserved vacation. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Ah, so close. Yes. I appreciate your humor though, Queen. I try. I can try to... No, I can't. I can't do Death Metal Kyle's accent. I do not have that rich of a voice. My voice does not sound anywhere as epic as Death Metal Kyle's. Ah, that's okay, Queen. I took it too seriously. Sometimes, unfortunately, sometimes sarcasm goes over my head. I don't know why, but like sometimes jokes and sarcasms land just fine with me, and other times it's like, wait, what? I'm just gonna go kill these guys. I want to kill them, and I want to kill them now. They keep killing me and stealing my stuff. Like I said, this game to me is almost like a lie. Because it has, on the surface, it's just like, oh, it's a crafting game. Pillow forts? Pillow forts? Pillow forts are the coolest thing. I don't care if you're grown up, man. I still had fun at times making pillow forts with my son. Pillow forts are the best way to, like, make your day awesome. How do I make my day awesome? I make my day awesome by building a pillow fort. Whoa, whoa. I've never seen you before, and I don't want to. Close the door, close the door. Ha! There, now you can't kill me. Alright, I better go heal before I have to go and face these guys again. Well, Infernal Laura, you shouldn't have to hide your pillows. They're on fire anyway. How is Queen picking up your pillows? Queen, I'm guessing the year 1991 has significance for your life. I mean, just call me wrong, or call me crazy, but I'm just guessing. Or it's 199199, but I think it's 1991. Now I've got to stay in my house because it is nighttime and I'm not going out there when there's going to be other things to play. Ah, yes. Well, I'll tell you this much. The 83 in my name has significance to me. So you are not alone in terms of your screen name having significance in your life. Or your Twitch name. What are these? What does this mean? Ah, okay. I see. I'm just looking at what the different thingies mean next to people's names. I couldn't remember what the crown stood for, and it's like, oh, that's Twitch Prime. Well, if anybody is not subscribing to Death Metal Kyle's channel or has not tossed him some bits, while I personally do not benefit from his success, it definitely is appreciated, I am sure. Especially because Kyle's computer died about a month ago. That was tragic. That was epically tragic. So it's very sad when a person's computer dies. It is definitely a saddening type of thing, especially for somebody that uses their computer both for music production and for streaming. So it's not just like, oh, well, Kyle can't stream anymore. It's like Kyle can't work anymore. Luckily, though, I think he found some solutions since then. And if I remember correctly, I mean, I guess he was sick recently, and that's part of the reason why he was away, is he was not feeling well. And now he's actually doing some away time or vacationing. Much deserved vacationing. I've had a lot going on at work myself, so I haven't taken a vacation. I probably won't take one. Well, I took one earlier this year, but that was because Mrs. Dash had a trip she was going on. And I wanted to be home so that Mini Dash didn't tear apart the house. Not that he would. I don't think he would, but maybe. Maybe he would. He's a good kid for the most part. I hop to the left and do a hopperina, and I hop to the right and do the hopperina. Do the hopperina. Okay. If you can name where that song's from... If you can name where that song's from, I'm going to be embarrassed. But, not really. Because it's on all the kid, like, Pandora channels or whatever. But it's from a kid series. If you can name that kid series. I'll tell you in a minute if you don't know it. Or if you want to know. If you don't want to know, if you don't care about kid series, then that's okay. Anyway. Come on. I don't want it to be night anymore. This thing is like a fiery creature. It's a fire creature. I don't know what that thing is. And I heard that, like, every planet has its own unique, weird creatures. I haven't gotten that far. Like, there are some areas I've gotten, but... By the way, if my audio is ever off, if there's any technical problems with my stream, please don't hesitate to let me know. I will try to adjust things on the fly to make it better. Evidently, with my Dark Souls 3 streams, the audio got way, way off. And I just, basically, because my microphone and my Elgato are on a delay because I'm using the USB Elgato. And so when you're doing the USB version, there is a significant delay between when the video leaves your computer and when it gets the video, when the audio gets there. So the audio gets there first. And so what I have to do is route the audio from my laptop, my gaming laptop, into the mixer I'm using for my voice. And then route that to the computer that I'm streaming with through USB. And the problem is that all of that comes with delay. And so I have to delay my voice and my game audio a certain amount of milliseconds so that the video can catch up before it hits the stream. So that's why if you notice at the beginning of the stream when I'm playing Death Metal Kyle's music, or when I was playing Death Metal Kyle's music, the stream kind of started silent, and then it kicked on about 3 to 5 seconds after. And that's not because I didn't start playing the music right away. It's because, guess what? Stream delay. Has to be an audio delay built in so that the video catches up. Eventually, I may invest in the hardware version of an Elgato card, but right now, I'm perfectly happy with this. Alright, the heck with it. And then that would eliminate that problem. And you're not going to hurt me. See, there are some creatures that won't hurt you. Yes. Hello. I got a rewards bag. Stim pack. Got all these healing things. Let me heal. Oh, I don't even really need to heal. Her food grew, and I can steal it and eat it. That is awesome. Well, it's not really stealing. I mean, it's there. Ooh, auto chip. Crucial component of vehicle repair. Oh, that's right. I had bought that. Secret note. Boss, I hid the treasure in the depths of this old mine shaft to the west. I don't know what that was from. That would be useful, I'm presuming. What? What is this? What is this thing? Wait, what is it? It looks like a weapon. What is it? It's a one-handed weapon. Is that better than my sword? Let me look at my sword. Damage per swing 6, rate of fire 1.3. Damage per swing. Ooh, I be replacing this. And yeah, I'm replacing that. That's nice. There's no alternate fire on it. And it's a little bit slow. That's only negative. So it's a bit slow. I'll try it out. And I'm going to steal your food. Oh, I can't. It won't let me take their food. Boo. But I want to steal the food. Ooh. Tent. Giant mushroom. Little mushrooms. What can I do with the little mushrooms? Oh, I picked them. I can make mushroom bread? That's cool. I should probably go up to my house and do that. Like, go up to my ship and do that. I wonder, can I harvest mushrooms like this? I can. That's cool. I'm just, like, exploring this entire world. It's a mushroom house. What? Why can't I open the door? Alright, there we go. It's a mushroom house. Alright, I'm gonna do the smart thing. And create for myself a safe-ish way down. There we go. Yeah, like so from here. from here, I'm going to create a safer way down. Because I don't feel like dying. I've never explored this world this far before. You know, I think I'm still going to have my sword equipped. My broken sword equipped. And the reason for that is that this one has such a delay on it that it might not be that effective to use. But it might be good to sell. Ta-da! Oh, no, that's not going to work either. Going to have to make another way down. So. This is called me trying to find the safest possible way to get down to the ground level. So far, success has not been achieved. What I may do is I may come back this way, come down into this cave. That might be the best. That might be for the best, is to come down into this cave. It's a safe way down. Or safer way down, anyway. Watch, I'll go into the cave and there'll be, like, crazy amounts of bad guys. That would be unfortunate. So has anybody in here ever played Starbound, or is it roughly new to you as well? Alright. Oh, it didn't hurt. Gotta head out. Alright, Laura. Thank you for being here. Ooh, lots of crates. Is this guy a bad guy? I'm gonna take out a sword just in case. No, he doesn't seem to be bad. Whip a halfling flap. What? What? I have no idea who you are or what you're doing. Alright, you got a manipulator module. I'm gonna take it. And you've got some silver ore, which I will also take. And you've got spears, which I'll also take. Ooh, a shard. I'll take that. I take all your stuff. I'm taking all the stuff. All the stuff. Hang on a sec. My audio is going to go quiet for a minute here. Sorry. Whoa, too loud, too loud. My my allergies bother me in the morning. I love how this guy just kind of wanders back and forth, opening doors. One of the things that I want to point out about myself, through no intent, I tend to mimic other people's voices. So there are times when I sound like Monocle, and there are other times when I sound like Skullstream. And it's not through intent. I mean, you could say that I guess flattery is, one of those things where it's like the best part, the best or imitation is the best form of flattery. But like, I'm not actually trying to sound like people. It happens because you hear it, and then that's how you're supposed to act. You know how like, no, that's not what I wanted. You know how like people say that you are the sum of the 5 people that you spend the most time with? Well, if the streamers that I quote unquote spend the most time with are Monocle and Skullstream, I'm going to tend to kind of sound like them a little bit at times. Not on purpose, but just because like I start to pick up on people's mannerisms and whatnot. So that does happen. If I ever end up sounding a little bit like a different streamer and not necessarily like myself, it's because I watch other streamers and then their mannerisms kind of rub off on me, which is fun. But at the same time, I strive to be myself when I'm streaming, especially when I'm at the Steamworks, which is what I refer to my channel as. It's really weird. So I call myself ChrisDash, and the impetus of me kind of doing this, the idea of a Steamworks or steampunk type of stuff, a little bit less British, more like American than British steampunk, is that first of all, my current logo is actually. It's something from the Unstable Unicorns Kickstarter project where the creator of the game actually drew the backers, supporting unicorns. And I got a steampunk unicorn, which was awesome. And so I like my steampunk unicorn. And I like unicorns in general because think about how metal unicorns are if you really think about it. They're immortal for the most part. And they have a sharp sword attached to their head that they can use to gore people or gore things, and then they're magic on top of that. Yeah. So pretty epic creature. Anyway, so I like that creature, and it gave me the idea, like, imagine like a Super Nintendo kind of Steamworks, like gears and stuff like that type of environment, and that's what I want to get to eventually. So that's the Steamworks. He'll hydrate again. Hydrate, but I hydrated very well before I started. I think I drank 8 ounces or 16 ounces. So I appreciate your concern for my well-being. But I think we're good. Anyway, I'm going to venture out really quick to see what I can see. I made it all the way back to this obelisk. I have reinvestigated the whole world. I circumnavigated this whole world. Because you can approach this thing from the other side, too. So now, maybe it's a different one. Yay. Yeah, this is the same place I've been before. Infinity Express. Yeah, gas is only $999.99. Dang. Alright, I'm gonna... The lost teddy. I have not found the teddy bear. 10 copper bars. I need to craft those bars. I might have enough. Do I have copper ore? I thought I had some copper ore somewhere. Ah. Iron ore. Blue petal. living root, AA battery, fabric, copper ore. I have 6, which means I have 3 copper bars. Hi, doggy. I like you, doggy. So, I think we're going to wrap things up now that I've gotten back to Infinity Express. I tend to only play an hour at a time. That way it doesn't impact my family too much. I said to Mrs. Dash, I was like, you know what? I think I might play from 6 to 8 today. And she goes, you know, don't do too much. I'm like, yeah, you have a point. She's like, I do like talking to you, you know. I'm like, yeah, good point. So that's why I only stream an hour at a time for the most part. Sometimes on the weekends I'll do an hour and a half. If ever, if ever, Mini Dash and Mrs. Dash go off on a trip together without me, oh, it will be on for streaming. Anyway, so you are currently watching Death Metal Kyle's channel. I am not Death Metal Kyle. I am ChrisDash. Death Metal Kyle is on his awakening. So again, a reminder of who is going to be on the stream going forward. So for the rest of the day, it's currently blank. So if you are a streamer and you have the time or availability, hop over to Death Metal Kyle's Discord channel so that you can get on the roster for the rest of the day today. The wonderful Lady Asabat, or Asabat, I'm not sure how it's pronounced, but will be streaming from 7 to 10 p.m. UTC. And if you ever see her Twitter, if you ever see her on Twitter, she's constantly showing off the amazing baked goods that she puts together for work. I think she does it to torture us because they look so delicious. So I believe that is, if I subtract the 4 hours, that is from 3 to 6 Eastern U.S. time. Lady Asabat will be on. If I'm doing my maths right. Because subtract 4 hours for my time zone. So 3 to 6 UTC, not UTC, 3 to 6 Eastern U.S. time, Lady Asabat will be on. That is 7 to 10 in UTC. And I will let you all know if I jump on later with some Minecraft mayhem with Mini Dash. In the meantime, I want to thank you for being so dashing and hanging out here and keeping Death Metal Kyle's channel alive. I'll be back either later today or at my normal stream time, 5:30 to 6:30 Eastern on Monday. Until then, thank you for being so dashing. I have to dash off. And have a great rest of your day. And if I don't see you, a great rest of your weekend. Take care.